Hey guys, I know it's been a little while, so I wanted to make a video and give you all an update on things, how things are going with me. So I got a job, which is something I had been talking about in my last video, or at least the fact that I didn't have a job. So I got one, as I said, and I moved to New York City, and now I live in Brooklyn, which is where my girlfriend lives. So that's really nice because we've been, it's been like a 3-hour drive or so since we've been dating. We met in college and didn't really live near each other, so yeah, that's great to be like 15 minutes away as opposed to like 3 hours. But it's a good job. I like it. I don't live with her right now, but the apartment I live in is pretty sweet. I have a great roof, with a nice view, and my roommates are all really nice. So that's good as far as, the personal stuff. The neighborhood I live in is like a very Polish heavy neighborhood, so I've been drinking a lot of this beer, which I thought I'd, show you guys. Let me grab this empty one here that I just finished. But, sorry for that crazy camera action. It's this Zywiek Porter. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. I know I'm doing it wrong, but it's really good. It comes in 1-pint bottles, which is awesome. And it's 9.5% alcohol, so it's pretty strong, but it's a really nice porter, and it's pretty cheap here. But, if you guys live near a bunch of Polish people, you probably have it, or you live near a quality beer, bottle shop or distributor, you can probably get your hands on it, and if so, I definitely recommend it because it's, it's definitely worth trying at least, a bottle or two. It's good stuff. I can, summer is not usually my porter drinking time, but I got curious being in the neighborhood. I kind of wanted to, I guess, try out, fit in with a local culture or whatever, if you will. So thought I'd give it a spin, and it's very good. So I could see it being a welcome treat on those fall days when I come home from work and I'm looking to have a drink. I just finished smoking actually, and I would have videotaped, but there was like, my roof is shared with a bunch of people, so there was like, probably 10 people sitting around drinking and eating cheese, I think. So I didn't want to interrupt them or seem strange, call me, superficial or whatever, but superficial isn't really the best word. Self-conscious. Call me self-conscious, but I didn't want to be videotaping myself pipe smoking and talking to my telephone, so I didn't, and now I'm sitting in my bedroom. But I just finished a bowl of this stuff, the Burley Flake number 3, which so far has proven to be my seminal summer smoke, at least of 2011. It's really great stuff. If you guys like Burleys or are curious about Burleys or like flakes or whatever, I definitely recommend getting your hands on some. It's very good, and it being Cornell and Diehl, you obviously know the quality is going to be high. It's definitely a stouter smoke. Maybe not, it's got a good medium flavor. It's definitely not as stout as like a Nightcap or a GLP's Quiet Nights, which are two of my favorite tobaccos. And it's not an English blend, so there's no Latakia in it. But it packs a decent nicotine punch. But it's definitely worth trying. I highly recommend it. Probably going to on my next order buy, I don't know how many tins, at least 3, but hopefully double that. It's very, very, very good stuff, and I highly recommend it. It's kind of like a more refined version of Old Joe Krantz if you've ever smoked that. But in other tobacco news, I went to my first meeting of the New York City Pipe Club, which was really, really awesome. They meet in this Italian restaurant in Little Italy, and people meet there I think about 6 o'clock, and they eat dinner if you so choose, and have a couple of drinks, and then we go upstairs where there's a cigar club that the Pipe Club uses, at their monthly meeting, and it's very, very, very cool. For the first time ever, I successfully got a whiskey how I wanted it, which is, neat with a couple drops of water, which if you're at a regular bar is a hell of a task to get the bartender who's used to pouring shots or Jack Daniels on the rocks to get that right. And I drank Maker's Mark. But something else that's cool, and I don't know if this is some sort of secret that I shouldn't be letting you in on, but I'm going to anyway, is that the New York Pipe Club is releasing their own series of blends They're blended by Russ Ouellette. I'm not sure if that's how you say his last name, but that's what my instinct says. Russ Ouellette of Hearth and Home fame from PipesandCigars.com. He's the blender, so I thought I'd let you in. There's going to be 4 of them, and they all have names. I can't remember them. I know one is named Hell's Kitchen, and then there's a couple others. They're all locations around New York City, but I'll show them to you real quickly. I don't know if you're going to be able to differentiate between them all, but this is a straight Virginia. I think there's 4 or 5 different Virginias in here. Then there is, this one is a Vapor plus Orientals mix, which is pretty interesting, and personally I think there's a Robert McConnell that's a Vapor or Oriental. Not really sure what the acronym for that would be, but you know, for the Vapor Oriental, but it's a good one. You know, I think I like the straight Virginia a little more. And then there's this one here is the Cigar Leaf Blend, which is actually Sailor Jack, who was a president of the New York City Pipe Club for quite a long time, and is a very inimitable personality in the pipe world. So if you've never heard of him before, check him out. But this is a really good, really solid smoke. Very, very stout. Oh, and there's one more, which, here we go. Sorry, you guys can look at the PBR can and the coffee can and the empty whiskey bottles. I'm not a drunk, I promise, but I just save my cans because I'm lazy. And this one here is a Balkan, and it's very, very good. It's not a very heavy Balkan blend. It's sort of in the medium genre, lots of Orientals and less Latakia, but it's very good. So guys, look at that stuff. You know, look for that stuff. I'm sure it's going to be available for sale in the next coming months. I don't want to sound like a salesman, but I've smoked all 4 of the blends, and they're all tasty. So, and you know, Hearth and Home, coming from Hearth and Home, you know the price is going to be right. And you know, why not, right? We all are looking out for that perfect blend, so why not give these a whirl? Yeah, I think they'll be worth your time. So I'm not sure if they're going to be tinned or in bulk. I think they're definitely going to be in tinned because people have been working on the tin art and the tin descriptions, but I'm not sure if they're going to be a bulk offering at some point or not. But which brings me to another point, I guess, going to the pipe club, guys. If you have a pipe club or a good smoke shop around you where you can interact with other pipe smokers, I highly recommend it. This thing we have on YouTube is really, really great and really fun. I know I don't make videos as often as I could, and I get sidetracked into other tobaccos like snus, which is my mainstay for making it through the day when I can't smoke. But yeah, we have a nice rapport going on here amongst our community. But I highly recommend, if you have the opportunity to interact with other pipe smokers on a face-to-face, you know, real in-person basis, that you do so, because I met some really interesting guys there, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's great to look at. You know, there's a lot of people out there with pipes that I can't afford, and I'm sure that some of us other people on YouTube can't afford, and it's great to take a look at that sort of thing and talk tobacco and technique and all of that. And you know, we are a really small, tight-knit community, so I think any chance you get to you know, participate in that community, you should take it. So yeah, guys, you know, look for your local pipe club if you got one, and if you don't have one, maybe start one. But you know, I say that, but I would probably never take that initiative. But I'm sure that there's people out there that are of that kind of personality to do so. But at the very least, maybe there's a nice quality smoke shop you can go to and hang out and run into another pipe smoker, and you can talk a little tobacco, which is always a good thing. But that's it for now, guys. I'll try and update a little bit more often. You know, I've only had this job for a week and 2 days, so I'm pretty busy and all that. And being in New York City and living with all these roommates and people on my roof all the time, it's kind of hard to find the kind of privacy I want to, I guess, not smoke, but I need to make a quality video and not feel, I guess, self-conscious, which is perhaps a flaw on my part, but it's a sad reality of it all. So, cheers, folks. I hope you all have a nice night and have been enjoying your summer so far, because it's coming to an end, and then it'll be fall. but and football and all that good stuff. So have a nice night, guys. Later.